um, a few videos that I'm going to have for you as far as once you get your MacBook, you can watch these videos, and they're just kind of some short little demonstrations on how to kind of manage your computer. Um, Obviously, the Mac environment is going to be a little different than the Windows environment. A lot of times, your start is on the bottom left on a Windows. It's on the top left, I guess you could say. So anytime you want to log out, shut down, restart, anything like that. Anytime you have something open, it'll have a dot underneath it. For instance, I want to close this here, so I'm going to take two fingers and click on my trackpad, which is kind of like my mouse. That's like a right click. And so anytime that I want to actually close something, I'm going to actually quit out of it. For instance, if I have Google Chrome open and I click the X, you can see up here that Chrome is actually still open. Okay, I can either two finger click and hit quit here, or I can click on up in the menu bar up there, I can click Chrome and go down to quit Google Chrome. You'll see the little white dot disappear down here. Now it's closed. Okay, so that is how you kind of close some things on your dock. This down here is called your dock. I have quite a few things on my dock, so it's a little bit smaller. What I did for all of the MacBooks for staff members is I actually drug things down here. So like if there's something on here that you don't want, you can actually click and just drag it up until it says remove, and then you get rid of it. It really doesn't hurt anything other than when you get a lot down here, they start to zoom in. But other than that, you can kind of manually put what you want on here. Now, you see this little bar here. Whoops, sorry, I didn't want to do that. You see that little bar here. This is your recently opened. Okay, so if you just want to get rid of these from the dock, they're just what recently you've been in. These are all things that I actually currently have open. So for instance, I have a couple pages documents open. I can show you right here that it's open. Same thing for Safari I have open over here, and mail is open. So if I want my mail open and I decide that I just want to minimize it, it'll go down here. So this is the minimized area for your dock. But this is kind of the main place that you'll go to open up any apps or anything like that. One thing that I do want to show you, so this is my desktop. I have my stuff set in dark mode. So if you've noticed that my screen here, my email is all black instead of white, you can actually set your screen in dark mode, and I'll do it very quickly here. If I just go to my desktop, I have my dynamic desktop on, is what it's called. So you can put it in dark or light. I have mine in my desktop actually in dynamic, and so as it gets later in the day, so if I'm on this at 10 o'clock at night, it'll actually show that it's dark out in the desert. So that's kind of silly, but that's the way that it is. If you go to your display, you can also, oh actually you can't do it here. You can also do your dark and light mode there as well. But I will show you how to kind of do some things on your desktop. So I have lots of things on my desktop. It doesn't look like I do because I am actually using stacks is what it's called. So if I unclick that, you'll see all the items that I have. Okay, so there's lots of things on here. If I want to go ahead and organize it, I'm going to use stacks. So what do stacks do? So all my screenshots that I've taken are all right here. I usually go through here and delete these. So they're all right there. All the spreadsheets that I have that are from Excel, all of my documents that I have are all right here. As you can see, spreadsheets are different than like CSVs, so those will go in here. I've been doing a lot of stuff this summer, so I do have lots of things on there as well. So, but they organize them for you. So all my PDFs are right there. So it's kind of nice that everything is organized on there. You can still use folders. I still have folders on my desktop. I don't use them quite as much, but it's super nice to be able to use stacks. And then if I just want to look at my screenshots, I can go ahead and click on my screenshots. So now the nice thing with folders is when you actually open up a folder, you can preview these and go in them and actually look at what they look like. So anytime that you see that I have something that pops up like this, it's a right click like you would normally do on a mouse. If you're just using the trackpad, you can put two fingers down on the trackpad and right click. Now you can also do different stacks. I like doing it by kind. You can do it by dates. If you're really organized, you can tag every one of your items. So if you have, tags like your health insurance, pay stubs, uh, I don't know, newsletters, uh, tag it by what class, if it's science or whatever. If you use tags on your stuff, then you can organize it by that. But I think it's easiest just to go by kind. Okay, so nothing there. It's also how you can put a new folder on your desktop. Now, anything on your desktop, remember, is just on your actual computer. It is not backed up to the server at all. I will have a separate video of how to connect to the server to get to your old home folder. One way that I could have done this to hook it up to the server, so when you log in right away, you would be connected to the server, but it just seems like it slows down the computer. So I actually, even though you're going to log in as your network stuff, it's going to be a little bit, it's actually not going to be connected to the server. I want it to be quicker, and then I'm just going to show you how you can connect to the server, which is just an extra step. Hopefully that all makes sense. So that's kind of the desktop and dock. If there are more applications that you have, for instance, I do not have PowerPoint on my dock. If you use Launchpad here, you'll see all your applications that you have. So for instance, I do not have PowerPoint. If I need to get that PowerPoint, I can go ahead and do that. I have a couple other apps that I've downloaded to try out. They're in here as well. So that's the Launchpad. So if you see that Launchpad, that's kind of how you pull some of those up. Now, if I also want to take Google Docs and put it in my dock, I can take that right from my my apps and put that in here, which is cool because now Google is also a app instead of just going online. That's new as well. So again, those are just some easy short things to do with your desktop and the dock. Hopefully, maneuvering is fairly easy for you.